What's up, everybody? It's your boy Austin D back in the video. Before we get started, don't forget, go ahead and like, share, subscribe to the video, leave a comment, let me know what you're thinking. All right, also don't forget, hit me up on Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. That'll be in the description box below. All right, let's get started. All right, y'all, so I actually was making a video earlier that's gonna come out soon about just some misconceptions and laws that people have. And I just happened to get on TikTok and I saw a video of all wrong information. And I was like, I just happened to click on one of the hashtags, and there's a lot of that shit. Obviously, I know that a lot of people already spread bad information, but it's just bad. And the problem is people are so gullible to information that they think it's coming from a source other than police, right? Like if I tell somebody something, they're not gonna believe it because they feel like I'm just trying to tell them that because I'm the police and I just want to have control or something. No, I'm telling you what it is. People will get on TikTok and act like they're lawyers or something and start telling stuff, and then everybody starts believing it. And you know they believe it because you be out in the street and people start saying some of the stuff that don't even make sense. So let's look at this first video. This is the first video that popped up on my For You page.
When you're getting pulled over, keep your window down just enough to put your information out to the officer. Keep your door locked. You don't want them opening up your door and snatching you out. If your license is suspended, they can tow your vehicle, they can take you to jail, and they can search your vehicle. If you have no insurance, they can give you a ticket, not search your vehicle, and you don't go to jail. No need to run because you just are getting a ticket.
No need to run.
If your vehicle is not registered properly, they can tow your vehicle, search your vehicle, and give you a ticket. If they ask you to turn the car, they can only make sure you shut your door, lock your door. They can only pat you down over your clothes. They can't go in your purse. They can't go in your pockets. Make sure you stay safe. If you like this information, follow me. Check out my other content. And I'm going to tell you about probable cause in my next video.
Oh, Lord. So basically what she's saying is if you want misinformation, follow her. If you have registration problems, we can arrest you and search your car. In those situations, we only search your car if we're towing your car, right? It's an inventory search. So we're searching basically to cover our ass. Like when we tow your car, it's to cover our ass and like the tow truck driver's ass. For people that will later come back and be like, oh, there was $10,000 in the truck. Basically take an inventory of the car, do a tow sheet. That way everything that's in that car is documented. Now what we find in the car during that inventory search, you hold. Like if it's illegal, you still can get charged with that. But we can't just search your car just because it's expired registration. As far as insurance, you definitely still tow cars for insurance. I don't know how you could, I don't know, but the inventory search would still apply to that as well. Getting out of the car does not equal an automatic frisk or search. There's other things that go into play for me to be able to frisk you. You have to think you're armed and dangerous. There's stuff I have to be able to articulate the need to frisk you, all right? Just don't listen to anything she said in the video. I don't know if anything she said in the video that's actually accurate. Most traffic stops take, I'm at your car like a minute, 2 minutes to get your stuff, and I'm back in my car. They are not bad experiences. Now, I get you may get a ticket, and you may consider that a bad experience, but as far as your interaction with the cop, they're not bad experiences. You don't have to leave your window rolled up that far. That just creates, for me, I don't really care, but I know it just creates unnecessary problem. Please just roll your window down enough to where you're not doing that little crack, and you know that's gonna cause a problem with some officers, right? Roll your window down enough to give that person paper and to not make a problem. You ain't gotta roll it down all the way. That's on y'all, but it just creates unnecessary problems that just ain't even called for. Let's move on to her second video. Oh boy.
Probable cause does not give them the right to search you. They have to think that you committed a crime or they see something in plain sight like a gun or drugs in the car. Otherwise, they have no right. Don't talk too much. If they ask you where you're going, you say northbound on whatever street. If they ask you, can they search your vehicle? That means they don't have the right to search your vehicle. So you always answer no. You never admit guilt. If they said, do you know why I pulled you over? You say, no, sir. And if you have passengers in your car, you say, excuse me, officer, you pulled me over. You don't need to speak to my passengers. But the only thing the passenger has to do is give them their name. They don't have to provide identification. You don't only need to provide identification if you are driving going to a place that asks you for identification, like a casino, or you are after curfew. Follow, share, and like if you like my content.
That was a lot. So she started off by saying probable cause does not give the officer the right to search you.
Probable cause does not give them the right to search you.
Probable cause is absolutely what gives us the right to search you. I believe she's getting probable cause and reasonable suspicion mixed up, which if you are, you should not be giving advice to people. Probable cause absolutely gives me the right to search you. It's probable cause. You probably about to be going to jail or something. If I got probable cause and I'm about to write you a citation, then no, I just absolutely have the right to search you because you're getting a citation. But if you're going to jail based off of my probable cause, yes, I can search you. All right, I believe she's getting that confused with reasonable suspicion, which if she did, then she shouldn't be the one online giving advice to people. Because this is the shit people are gonna start saying in traffic stops. All right, go ahead and place your hand on your back. You're under arrest. About to search you now. You can't search for probable cause. You're under arrest. Obviously, I had probable cause. She next pointed out that if they ask to search your vehicle, that means they don't have the right to search your vehicle. Absolutely doesn't mean that either. I can know I'm about to search somebody's car. I like to go for a more pleasant interaction with people on traffic stops, and I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, right? A lot of times, I can be smelling something or I can see something in the car and they don't know that I see it yet. So, hey man, anything inside the car? No, do you mind if I search? I'm asking that because I want to give you the opportunity to work with me, right? I don't want it to feel like I'm just like controlling everything that you do. Now, when you tell me no, then yeah, I'm still gonna search your car. But I would like it for me not to come off like I'm being an asshole and just controlling what you're doing. I'm gonna ask you, even if I already know that I can search it, I'm gonna ask you anyway. In the report, it'll look good on your behalf. I searched the car, they said yes. As they're getting out the car, they told me they got this in the center console, they got this in the glove compartment. I put all that in the report. That only looks better for you. I mean, because if I know I can search it, I'm gonna search it regardless. I'm just giving you the opportunity to answer. Because if you also, on the opposite end, say no, then that also can be used against you as well. That you knew you had something in there and you didn't want to let me, right? So either way, them ask you does not necessarily mean they don't have the right to search it. They could just be asking you. Let's go to the third video.
If you are ever arrested or detained, remember these three things. 1, ask to remain silent. 2, ask for a lawyer immediately. And 3, remember that if you continue speaking without a lawyer present, you forfeit those rights.
So ask to remain silent. Hey, can I remain silent? I don't think I've ever been asked if somebody can remain silent before. You just do it. You don't got to talk to me. It won't hurt my feelings, I promise. There's some people that do it. It makes the traffic stop a lot quicker. Because I'm not the officer that's going to come up to your car and start a conversation with you. That's not me. Unless I am investigating something specifically, I'm not asking where you're going, where you're coming from, blah, 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 blah. That ain't me. I like to come up to your car, get the required information, which I just get your license, and then I go back to my car. I don't really need a confession as to why you did, like, I don't ask questions like, do you know how fast you were going? Or why'd you do this? Because I put you over, if I put you over speed, I know how fast you were going. I don't need you to corroborate it. I'm not gonna go that pissing match with you over you saying you weren't going that fast. Listen, I'm 100% comfortable saying, putting on this ticket that you were going this fast. Put you over something else, I don't need an explanation for it, you just did it in front of me. So, no need to ask remain silent, just remain silent. Get your license, that's it. Asking for an attorney, now this will apply for like you getting arrested. Unlike the movies, when you ask for an attorney, we're not gonna sit by and wait on that attorney. What's gonna happen is you're just gonna stop all questioning and you're just gonna go to jail. Or to the magistrate's office, and then the magistrate will decide what to do with you. But it's not like TV where you say, I want a lawyer, and a lot of people think that. They think we're arresting for something, we try to talk to you, you want a lawyer, and you think you can get the call to your lawyer right then, and we're gonna sit there and wait for the lawyer to arrive. No. We're going to end the interview or end the questioning and just going to continue with what we're doing, as in like processing you to go to the magistrate's office. All right, that's it. Next video.
If the police stop to interrogate you, remember these 2 questions. 1, am I free to go? 2, am I under arrest? The police cannot detain you without probable cause, so ask those 2 questions always.
See, again, biggest misconception. Is this probable cause? Reasonable suspicion. Police cannot detain you without probable cause. That is not true. Police need reasonable suspicion to detain you. Please get in your head what reasonable suspicion is and what probable cause is. They separate. Reasonable suspicion is here, probable cause is here. It's like a ladder. You need this first. This is what you take to detain, arrest. Probable cause is arrest. searched, all that shit. Reasonable suspicion is you're detaining, you're frisking, you know, it's less intrusive than probable cause. These y'all TikTok attorneys. Next video.
Here are 3 things that police officers are not allowed to do. Number 1, confiscate your phone and demand to view photos and videos without a warrant. Number 2, delete any data from your phone under any circumstance. And number 3, they cannot arrest you without a reason and without reading your Miranda rights.
Oh my God. So the first, they cannot seize your phone and demand to view. That is somewhat partially correct. The police can seize your phone without a warrant. However, we cannot demand you to show us what's on that phone. So we seize the phone and then go get a search warrant to search the phone. The last point, just because you are arrested does not mean you have to be read your Miranda rights. Another big misconception. Arrest does not equal Miranda. Miranda also does not equal arrest. Sometimes officers would do it to try to cover themselves, but it's not needed before an arrest. So for instance, like DWIs, if you get out to start doing your field sobriety test before an arrest, anything I ask you, Miranda is not covering that, all right? You're not under arrest yet. Now, once you are placed under arrest, any further questions should be done after Miranda. Don't start saying you didn't read my Miranda rights, so you gotta let me go. A lot of people start saying that bullshit.
You gotta let me go.
It's 2021. You gotta know this by now. Next video.
Did they have a search warrant to search your car? Was there a search warrant?
I think I let the rest of this play. I mean, it's just that you have a search warrant to search the car. Don't need a search warrant to search the car. Probable cause to search the car. Probable cause, okay? Or consent. Probable cause or consent.
If the police stop me and have probable cause to search my person, can I request a female officer to handle that? Yes, you can, and you should request a female officer to do a body search. A male officer can do a pat-down, female, full search.
This is a somewhat 50-50 correct answer. Yes, you can 100% request a female to do your search. However, they do not have to call a female to do your search. You are under arrest. To do more an intrusive search, like I was like going into your bra, all that type of bull crap, obviously you want a female to do that. But if I'm arresting you and you're going in my car, I can search you. Now, some police departments may have policies in place where you have to call a female. Good for them, they have enough females to do that. But male officers have to search females. Now, it's not going into pants, it's just making sure, like, take whatever out your pockets, make sure you no weapons on you while you're getting in the back. And then I'll straight up tell females, like, if you got something hidden somewhere, you might want to tell me now, because once you get into the jail, you know it's a felony, and it's probably something small. A lot of times, people where I work at, they'll have like some needles or something like in their bra or somewhere, and they're wanting to get, it's just stupid. They'll leave that in there for the longest time until you get to the jail and then just catch more charges than necessary. Now, those are some of the bad ones. There's a lot of bad ones. I just picked up some of the first ones that showed up. Now, this guy that I'm about to show you is actually, he's actually not bad. He gives some pretty good legal advice. All right, so let's look at his.
This is what to say when the cops say, "Do you know how fast you were going?" Repeat after me.
No, officer, how fast was I going?
Never, ever admit to speeding, because anything you say will be used against you.
All right, so get his next one.
What to do when the cops pat you down. Cops can only pat you down if they have a reasonable suspicion that you are involved in a crime or you're armed and dangerous. If the cop says, "Can I search you?" Repeat after me. No, officer, I do not consent to a search. They may still pat you down, but they can only pat the outside of your clothing. They cannot reach in or squeeze your pockets unless they believe you have contraband or a weapon. If things aren't going your way, ask them if you're free to go. If they say no, you say, "I broke the fifth."
Obviously, I hope you know what the Fifth Amendment is. A lot of his videos are pretty good though. Like if you wanted to get like some actual legal tips on what to do in police encounters, and that'd be the guy to go to, like for his TikToks. All right, now I can't speak how he is in court, but as far as his advice on TikTok, he's one of the ones that consistently provides enough good info for people. I see a lot of videos that are just like incorrect. I see a lot of times people try to go up and do these audit shits on cops and start talking just stuff that is just incorrect. A lot of traffic stops, people start saying stuff that's incorrect. I remember one traffic stop, I told you, I go up to cars and I'm done. Like, I don't need all the talking. This lady cussed my ass out. Her tag was expired for 2 years. And she had the biggest problem with me running her tag to see that it was expired 2 years. First of all, I didn't have to run it because the sticker on it told when it was last registered. But I don't need a reason to run your tag. You're in public. I can see it. I ran it. But she cussed my, like, and it was cussing out while she was acting like she was looking for the ID. So she was like buying herself time to cuss my ass out. But listen, that's the type of advice you don't want to take from people. They gotta have a probable cause to run your tag. No, they don't, fool. All right, start spreading good information, not bad information that causes people to get in more trouble, all right, or unnecessary trouble. But that's it for this video, man. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe to the video, leave a comment, let me know what you're thinking. See you next time, all right? Adios.